And I gotta do... Hello everybody! I started a few minutes early because it takes a few minutes for people to jump on in and join us. We're going to get a pot of water going because we're going to do sweet potato muffins. I already have the sweet potatoes peeled, so we're going to boil them so I can mash them up kind of fine. And then I'm going to put them into the muffin mix that we're starting. And I already got all the dry ingredients in and some of my vanilla. I'm going to fill my water up 3/4 of the way full. We are 10 minutes early coming on, so you haven't really missed anything if you're just jumping on. And remember, this is live, so there's going to be background noise. There's going to be disturbance. Camera angles move back and forth. Just so you get the gist of it. Get this on to the stovetop. Looks like we have one person joining us. This is live with Let Us Eat. We did a live last week. Before that, it had been a long time since I've done a live. And I thought I would do one when I could during the week to boost views and to become more a part of my community here. I put a spoon over the top of the pot here. This is for sweet potatoes. I'm going to boil them. I'm going to mash them and put them into the mix. I already put all the dry ingredients together. That is our dinner in the Dutch oven. It is lentils and rice soup. I'll have to move the stand back and forth. It's an awkward kitchen. I'll try to take it slow. As you can see, we have 2 cups of Bisquick in here, 1 cup of white sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, tablespoon of vanilla. And put in a couple of eggs. And when that pot is boiling, and we're going to add in my sweet potatoes, but I'm going to cut them down a little further so they boil faster. Not a lot of milk is going to be added in. Making sure there's no shells in there. A splash of milk. Like about a tablespoon. I'm going to get this going. My husband's a lot of the background noise, but he had to go to New Paltz to bring Zara, my kid, a package this morning and for a follow-up appointment from when they were having heart issues. They're doing well, and they're on a special diet, so we got them like no salt treats that we sent to Zara. That's their preferred name. Gonna mix this up. I'm not gonna mix it up all the way yet. I'm gonna set it aside. And we're going to cut up these sweet potatoes further. Now, I've never had sweet potatoes until this year. And I love them. I have 5 people on now, so let me know who you are, and I'll answer you and say hi to as many as I can. And Dana, I'd like to thank you for the anniversary card. The 25th is our 21st anniversary, mine and Dave's. 21 years together. Gonna cut these up. That way they'll boil quicker. I did a sweet potato pie and it came out really good. There'll be a video on that later this month. I've been doing kind of fall things because Thanksgiving is just around the corner. Can you believe it? Halloween. All the fun holidays, Christmas, which this isn't so much fun as an adult, more of an expense, but I love it for the kids. Gonna get these cut. Now I have 7 people on. Hello everybody. Let Us Eat with Suzanne Ridgway. I'm making sweet potato muffins, and I'm just cutting up the potatoes so they boil quicker. Then I have a potato masher. Mash them down and put them right into the mix that we made. It's 2 cups of Bisquick, 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of brown sugar, and vanilla. And then for spices, I added couple of teaspoons of nutmeg. I'm not a real big fan of cinnamon, not too much of it anyway. We did a live last week, just to chat. And we thanked Dana for the card. And Peach Rose also sent me a card for her package that she won. Totally not necessary, but very sweet with some cute fall stickers in it. I'm sure the eggs went back. These are going to go into the pot as soon as it boils. Also on my stove we have lentil and rice soup. There's going to be a video on that coming up next week. This is the card from Dana. I read it, and so did Dave. We're going to put it up on the mantle. And it looks like Peach Rose made this one. It's super cute, and it has the little stickers in it. I think I'll be doing more and more live videos. Just gotta be careful because my husband does have severe heartburn and can clear his throat quite a bit. We're in our 50s. I'm going to be 54 in December. I'm going to place some liners in here. I picked my liners up at the Dollar Tree. A lot of my stuff comes from Dollar Tree. And I use an ice cream scoop to scoop them into the muffins. Pins here. Because it's so much easier to transfer from the bowl to the pan. Now if I don't answer you right away, I'll take some time throughout the video to talk to you guys. I'm going to do 12 muffins. The measuring cup back, I took it out so it wouldn't fall out and break. I'll go ahead and mix this up just a little further. I've been picking up my brown sugar at Dollar Tree and our regular sugar, the white sugar. From time to time I bump that stand. I try to not get in its way, but I always do. No comments yet. 8 people watching us. Hello everybody. We are doing sweet potato muffins. If you're just joining us, you can replay the video. We're going to be moving over to the stove top. That is at a full boil. I'm going to be careful putting these in. Move my spoon. In the Dutch oven, we have lentils and rice soup. There'll be a video on that. It is cool today, which is really nice. Cool enough that I had a sweater on at the bus stop this morning, checking on my chipmunk and blue jay, making sure the squirrel got their peanuts. And let this come to a boil once again. They need to be tender to the touch with the fork, and the fork should be able to go all the way through them with the sweet potatoes, just like a regular potato. Vibrant orange color here. I'm going to get a colander ready to go in the sink. Don't forget to interact in the video, especially if you're new, because every 100 subscribers we give out gift cards, and we're now including Amazon, eBay, McDonald's, Starbucks, and Dunkin', as well as the Dollar Tree, in $10 amounts. One for newbies, one for people that have been around a while, and one per winner. $10 amounts. Hi, Cameron and Scott. Hi, Laura Lee, Small World. Denise Ewan. Hello, everybody. I'm starting to see comments now. I'm very excited. We're up to 9 people. So this is probably going to take 15 minutes to boil. Hello from New Jersey. Hi from upstate New York. It's cool here too. Awesome. Oh my God. Hey Dana. We were on a few minutes early. Not to worry. My husband's down in New Paltz. He took Zare to a doctor's appointment. If you're new, my oldest had heart issues. The heart was pounding rather fast for an 18-year-old. Was admitted into the hospital for a couple of days within the first few weeks of college. And they were able to assess it as being viral, not caused from COVID shots or anything out of the ordinary. And they're on a low-salt diet, doing fine. Hello, Lori from Illinois. Illinois or Illinois? 2 people from Illinois. I think C is Carmen and Scott. I'm not sure. Let me know who you are, C, from Illinois. I'm in upstate New York, Rensselaer County. Not quite north, like Lake George and Thousand Islands and the Adirondacks. We're about probably 4 hours away from there. I'm also about 4.5 hours from New York City. We're kind of in the middle near the capital. BRT, hello. This is awesome. Yep, Carmen, I knew it. Okay, I'm getting to know all these little letters and fonts and fancy names here. Especially as you all who are here all the time. As soon as these are boiled, we're going to get them kind of mashed up. Now, when I did the sweet potato pie video, I thought it was going to blender like my bread. I'm not a baker, just so you know. I like to dabble in baking and try to perfect it. My bread never comes out correct. It's so embarrassing, those bread videos, but I did them and I tried them. Oh, it's so nice here, Laura Lee. The wildlife, we have deer, bunny, the whole cast of Bambi. Skunk, unfortunately, but they're cute as long as they don't spray. We have waterfalls, about 3 or 4 right nearby that I visited most of them. One of them's on private property, so I won't get to see it unless I can figure out who the owner is and befriend them. Some of the owners allow me to hike on their property and photograph the waterfalls. And we've been to the one behind the middle school, which is stunning. We had to climb down a long ditch, down and up to get to that one. So many waterfalls in this area. We used to do about 30 waterfalls a year, but we slowed down because it wasn't a waterfall season this past summer. Well, thank you, Laura Lee. I posted some today and yesterday. I took a really nice close-up of the moon. You can even see the craters in the moon, and that came out really nice. I have the masher here. Got it all ready. Oh, that's nice, Dana. Mine see me and run the other way. They think I'm a paparazzi or something. They will come towards the house, though, if I leave apples and potatoes out for them, and they eat. My chipmunk like to come up to me to a point, but they still stay shy. Which is good, though, because they need to protect themselves. Some of my moon pictures have been on WRGB 6, WNYT 13, and WTEN 10, the news stations, as well as Fox and News 9. So that's kind of cool. It's a little hobby. I have sold some photos in the past. If y'all are interested and you haven't gone over, in the description boxes, there's a link that says Suzanne Scene Photography. And it has all my good pictures on there. And I put up the ones that are on the news or ones that I really like. A lot of nature and wildlife. Chipmunk are my favorite. Back up to 9 people. Gonna get a fork out here. Another 10 minutes. Gonna see if they're ready to go. Now we're up to 11. Hello everybody. We're boiling sweet potatoes for sweet potato muffins. Hi Bransby. I'm glad you made it on. I'm gonna go back over to this countertop. I'm gonna move some things out of the way. This kitchen is so awkward, but I keep it as clean as I can. We've downsized in here quite a bit. Oops, sorry about that. That was loud. The one thing about live videos, take the good with the bad when you go live. I don't know if Elizabeth is going to be watching today, but I'm going to use that to mash it down further. I'm going to spray this so it doesn't get all sticky with butter spray. Got some more people here. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. It's probably going to smell like the sweet potato pie that was baking last week. Oh my god. The video will be coming up next week for that, as well as the lentil soup video. I did lentils and rice, and I did another video on ramen lasagna. Yes, you heard me correctly. There's a ramen lasagna that I found on Pinterest, and I kind of tweaked the recipe, which I always do. I always tweak them, kind of make them my own, and it came out pretty good. I was really surprised. Up to 12 people. Hello, everybody. This is Let Us Eat. I'm Suzanne Ridgway, and we're cooking today. My husband's out of town, and it's a good time to have some quiet time in my background. My youngest is pretty quiet on the phone with their friends, on the computer, I should say. Like the Jetsons, that's how they talk. These are done. When your fork can pick them up with ease, I'm going to turn that off and get them over to the sink. So I'm going to put you over to the sink. I'm going to put the colander down. Always be careful around hot items. Dana, if you missed the first part, thank you for the card. YouTube Peach Rose. The water's going to be running for a minute because I'm going to rinse these sweet potatoes. I'm going to watch that. There was no pork or poultry in it, so I'm going to rewash that bag and use it again. And rinse them so you don't burn yourself. Now we're going to get them mashed up and into the mix. We are 17 minutes into this video. Elizabeth Reed sent me that. And go ahead and spray this. So they don't stick. Onto the cutting board. I'd say there's about a cup and a half of sweet potatoes here. And the sweet potato pie, it thickened, even though I kept the peels in it, and it didn't quite mix in the stand mixer the way I wanted it to. It came out absolutely beautiful. I did post pictures of that sweet potato pie in our community. It was delicious. I loved it. I like it better than pumpkin. If I don't get to all of you guys while I'm mashing and doing things, I'll answer as many as I can. And then during replay, I'll go through them all. Perfect. Now we're going to get this into the mixture. I have my scoop. I use an ice cream scoop to distribute it into the muffin tins. Sweet potatoes are delicious. I just started eating them this year, no lie. When I was a kid, I would have stuck my nose up and run the other way. Kind of push them in. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with today's live video, and I decided why not. Let's do sweet potato muffins. Fall's the first day is the 21st. It's already starting to get cooler in upstate New York, down to the 40s overnight. Blanket sleeping weather, my favorite. Just going to rinse off the cutting board so it doesn't stain. Now we're going to mix this up. Mix it up as best as you can and make sure there's no dry ingredients. In here is 2 cups of Bisquick, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of white sugar. The sugars are from the Dollar Tree. The Bisquick I picked up bulk at BJ's, which I probably won't buy anymore because they want $10 a box now, which is just insane. So I've been buying the little packets from the Dollar Tree, but I have this box that needs to get used up so it doesn't go bad. Muffins are perfect idea. There's about a tablespoon of vanilla, 2 eggs. I'm doing well. Hi, Mary Jones. Glad you're doing well on some fun Halloween stuff. We don't do Carmen, not a lot of Halloween anymore. My children are older. Just gonna wipe up the counter here. Let's put these in. You're gonna take your mix and you're gonna fill up the muffin pan until it's full. And I always like to put these into the center of the rack. I'm not even allowed to go trick-or-treating anymore with my kid. They go with their friends. And my oldest is in college, but they go to parties, so. That happens every time I tip over the tin. These are going to go into the oven for about 25 minutes until cooked thoroughly all the way through. Always fork test or use a toothpick. I might be able to get a couple of trays of the sweet potato muffins here. There I go, bumping the camera stand again. I'm going to take a sponge and wipe up the spills so it doesn't smoke in the oven. Our meteorologist, one of them, Rob, always does Facebook cook with me. Today he made some kind of pie. I believe it was a cherry pie. And it came out beautiful. He's never made one before, too. But he's a pretty experienced baker. His Christmas cookies are amazing. Those mashed up nicely. My sweet potato pie still came out regardless of the consistency of the batter. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's get that wiped up. This was a bunt. What I would do is put it on a cookie sheet for easy retrieval instead of directly on the rack. And depending on the age of your stove, would be 350 or 375. This is preheated at 375, which we already did in the beginning of the video here. Okay, so now it's not going to smoke. We don't want smoked muffins. And I could probably make a good amount here. Let's get it put into the stove, directly into the center of the rack. You can see my pot of lentils and rice soup in the Dutch oven there. Healthy soup, healthy muffins. Let's do 15 minutes. That soup is cooling down to eat. If it was piping hot. See if there's any comments. And wipe up the counter in between. Up to 13 viewers. Hello, everybody. We just put sweet potato muffins in the oven. And I have some extra batter. Let's see if I have. I think I have another muffin pan. I have another muffin pan here. So nothing goes to waste, and I can freeze some from next time I go down to visit my kid at New Paltz. We go down to visit Isabel every 2 weeks, depending on what's going on. Their first concert's the 29th of November, and they're playing the flute. I'm so excited, I can't wait. Early birthday present for me. I use the liners because they're so much easier than just batter into the container. The muffin pan. I always use the wrong words. I'm old. Same thing, you're going to fill it up. Now, depending on your oven and how hot your oven is when you're doing your muffins, this depends on whether you get a dome top or a flat top with your muffins. I never do that before. Pinterest is full of information. It's like an information highway. All my tips and tricks come from Pinterest. I love it. I'm on it every day. It's the same name of the channel. Let us eat Sandra Toy. And the link is down below. Make sure it's evenly distributed. And I'm not ignoring you. I just need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Here we go. I'm going to clean up the edges here. So that batter is going to make 12 plus 6 here. That way it doesn't smoke or get bad. Well, we had a couple of people leave. We were up to almost 15 viewers. That's kind of exciting. We're looking at sweet potato muffins, if any of you are new. I'll make sure everything you need to know how to make them is in the description box down below with all of our links to the players list, social sites, rules to our giveaways, and players list. I'm going to put these away. Dollar Tree carries them. They have smaller ones now, so I'm going to see if they're better at Walmart. But I'm mad at Walmart right now. They had their computers fixed, and they had the nerve to raise all the prices, so we paid for the computer and not them. Oh, I'm looking forward to it, Mary Jones. Hi, Denise Evan. Ewan, I'm sorry. Hey, my Michelle, how are you? I wish we had YouTube 30 years ago. Oh yeah, I would have loved that. I would have wished I knew you could post to YouTube 10 years ago. I happened to find out bored one day, about 2 to 3 years, and decided to start my own channel, and here we are almost 3 years later. So these are going to go into the oven when the other ones are done. Yeah, Walmart's, can't believe them. The biscuits were $1.28. They went up to $1.43. The sugar went up 40 cents. The chicken gravy, beef gravy stayed the same. The French bread that my husband likes from the bakery and the Italian bread was $1.10, and now it's back up to $1.47. They do still have a wheat bread for $1 a loaf, 1 pound. That is actually cheaper than the Dollar Tree. Not very many items at Walmart are cheaper than the Dollar Tree now. Now, the other item that I can think of is their Glade air freshener, and that is 98 cents still, and it's $1.25 at Dollar Tree. Oh, I know, they're wicked, isn't it, Mary? Awful. No reason for it. And then our bulk store decides to charge $10 for Bisquick. It's not made of gold. Inflation's insane, Carmen and Scott. Ridiculous. When these muffins are done, we're going to say sayonara, because I have some things to do tonight. We got a very busy weekend. Yeah, I saw it. That's awful, huh, Bransby? Walmart's, they got to do something about it. There's, you know, Aldi, I haven't been there in a while except for some few straggler things. But I'm going to take another look at Aldi to see if their stuff is cheaper. There are a lot of generics, and my husband's not a big fan of a lot of generic stuff. I don't mind generics. Like, we do a lot of the Great Value brands. We just recently switched from Ragu and Hunt's or Prego to the Great Value brand. I'm happy you did too, Denise Ewan. The Great Value brand, the garlic and basil, it's a good price. And I do my crock pot spaghetti sauce when tomatoes aren't in season with 1 jar of spaghetti sauce, 1 can of tomato sauce, 2 cans of tomato paste, or 1 large can. And then I put pepper and garlic salt in it, and bell peppers, and we put some kind of meatball in it. There are videos on it, and cook with me. I do like Dollar Tree, Dana. I stopped buying a lot at Walmart too, Bransby. I've been buying most of my produce over at our BJ's because you get a little more for your money rather than spending what Walmart's wants. Although lettuce is still cheaper at Walmart's for now. We'll see how that goes later this week. See how the muffins are doing. Check them my time on the microwave. There's about 6 minutes and change. So let's pop open the oven here and see what they look like. My kids said ew to the sweet potato muffins, but if they tasted them, they would love them because they like sugar. And there's brown sugar and sugar in them. And they smell absolutely incredible. It's like grandma's here baking. I'm gonna let this finish out. They're probably gonna need another 10 minutes. Up to 14 people. Hello, everybody. If you're just joining us, we're making sweet potato muffins. I was gifted some sweet potatoes. I'm Suzanne Ridgway. This is Let Us Eat, and we're cooking live with you today, or baking, actually, because I never get my English words correct. And we did a Bisquick muffin with sweet potatoes. A smell vision, that would be kind of cool. Oh, thanks, Mary Jones. We got it as soon as they're done, about 15 minutes. I'm just glad it was Friday. It's the first full week of school, and it felt like it went forever. I'm going to get the window open in here. I have the porch door open. Nothing but a huge woods terrain behind us where we get all the deer and all the wildlife. My back porch never stays organized for more than 5 seconds. And that goes for the laundry basket and never stays empty for more than -3 seconds. We did laundry today, and there's already clothes in the laundry basket. I just got to fold some of them. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be doing some fall foliage pictures. Next month I have to have surgery on my right eye, and I have cataracts. So they're going to do some laser surgery. It's quick and painless, I heard, from everybody who's had it that I talked to. So I'm glad about that. Oh, it never ends, my Michelle. No matter what size you are in your family. Even my Isabel over in college, has already done 2 to 3 loads of clothes. They've been staying on top of their laundry. That stovetop clouded up about 6 months ago, and no matter how I clean it or deep clean it, it won't go away. I do a lot of Dollar Tree meals, yes I do. And thank you, Carmen and Scott. I did do a Dollar Tree haul that'll be up on the 21st. I filmed, Dana, just so you know, 5 days in advance, so we're ahead by 5 days. And by the end of the weekend, I'll be a week ahead of schedule. So, because we like to keep it fresh here. 3 videos daily, plus shorts Monday through Friday. Yes, there'll be videos coming up on that, Bransby. I tried some breakfasts and some things on it. I'll be doing more. I even tried that big skillet, which wasn't still good for eggs. So I'll be sticking to my small one for the eggs. And we did a couple waffle iron tricks. And yes, I even mentioned in the video that most colleges won't allow it. But if you have your own apartment or whatever and you have one, you can do cool things on it. Hello, how are you, Lynn? I think it was Lynn. It came up really quick and disappeared. I think the late bus just went by. That should have been done by now, I thought. Or maybe that was a truck. We don't get a lot of traffic here, except for first thing in the morning and during school bus times. We're out in the country. I'm in the village area. And then there's the outskirts, which get really pretty and have a lot of waterfalls and things out further in Columbia County. We're looking at my boring stovetop. Got a couple minutes here. 3 minutes. Let's put you up to the clock here. Thank you, Denise. Love Garden. That's what... I'm sorry. I thought it said Lynn. Hello, Love Garden. Watch the countdown. I have to get a new stand for the phone because it likes to tilt. I'm hoping it will be done, but I have a feeling it's going to need 10 more minutes. We get everything ready. Today I filmed a video on ramen lasagna. You heard me correctly. There's a recipe for ramen noodle lasagna. It came out pretty decent. And then in my Dutch oven I have lentils and rice soup, which will be another video for next week. It's fall, so I'll be doing a lot of fall. I'll try to do some Halloween. We just don't do a lot of it with older children now. Kind of sad when they grow up. But you want them to go on to bigger and better things. 90 seconds left. The ramen recipes are pretty cool. I'm so glad you did too, Love Garden. I'm surprised Rachel didn't jump on, unless she hasn't commented. Stephanie usually jumps on too. She's very busy lately. Stephanie Meads. If you haven't gone over to Mama 4 Boys, please do so and check her out. Similar videos, great person, lovely family. Alright, let's take a look at the oven here. I see that we have 16 people on now. We're going to change the camera angle so you can see into the oven. We're finishing up sweet potato muffins on my stovetop in the Dutch oven there. It is lentils and rice soup. That video will be coming out the 22nd of September. I have my toothpick ready. I don't know if you can hear my blue jay in the background. There must be a bird of prey nearby. We've had a lot of owl, hawk, and eagle bothering them lately. I can tell right away they're still a little wet on top. We're going to go back in for 6 more minutes. It smells like a bakery in here, like I'm at the apple farm. 6 minutes on the clock. Oh my god, it smells so good. I love sweet potatoes. It smells like cinnamon sugar donuts. 17 people on. We're making sweet potato muffins. When this video is processed and up, you'll see in the description box what you need to know to make them, as well as rules to our giveaways, because every 100 subscribers we give out gift cards 2 of them, and now we're including eBay, Amazon, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks with the Dollar Tree. You get to choose one of them, and $10 amounts. Haha! Get the butter ready. Aw, thanks Dana and Bransby. I really appreciate those of you. And my Michelle. Anyone else glad it's Friday? What a week. And then we gotta do it all over again next week. Monday through Friday, school. We have back to school night coming up soon too. My husband should be back from New Paltz about 6:30 to 7, depending on how long the follow-up appointment took for Zara Isabel. 40 minutes into the video. Wow. Lives take a while. Let's see. I hear you there, Carmen and Scott. Well, thank you, my Michelle. That means a lot to me. You guys are all awesome. If you're on Facebook, please think about joining the group and the page. Hi, Debbie Wilson. Oh, I can't even tell you the half of that, Debbie, with the prices going up there. Love you, Dana Morgan. Dana, your card's going to be on our mantle next to Peach Roses, which is actually Sally. I gotta find out when Lotus gets their package. And we are looking for 20 people to give out a Dollar Tree price pack, 5 items valued at $6.25. So if you're not subscribed, smash on that subscribe word. You have to be U.S. residents and subscribed. And if you're new, comment often. 3 minutes left. Here, I'm going to show you the soup we made. Now this is new to me. I've never worked with lentils before. Rice, yes, many times. Usually Spanish. It did thicken up a little bit, and I added water a couple times. I think it was because of the rice. But this is lentils and rice soup. 2 cups of lentils, 2 cups of rice, 2 bouillon cubes. I did 5 to 6 cups of water because I didn't want it overflowing into a volcano from the Dutch oven. Garlic, salt, and black pepper, a can of diced tomatoes, and 1 onion finely chopped. I love the pictures, Carmen and Scott. Thank you for sending them to me. We won't be able to do a lot with pictures right now until after the cataract surgery in October. I'm going to reposition you. There's about 2 minutes and change left. People who are ducking out early are going to miss the muffins. But I'm going to post a picture in community. You don't need to join the community. If you see the picture in news and feed with the Let Us Eat name, just make sure you click on it and hit like. 2 minutes, 11 seconds. Let's take a peek. I am not the best baker. Let them finish out. God, they smell so good. Instead of putting foil down at the bottom or parchment paper even, which isn't a good idea, forget I said that, I put a cookie sheet down and it catches any of the drips because foil is very expensive now. I usually buy the sheets from the Dollar Tree. Hi Ashley, how are you? From New Brunswick. The comment disappeared too quickly because I was checking on the muffins. They gotta finish off for about 2.5 minutes. Slightly wet from the toothpick. Thank you for that with the Dollar Tree hauls. We have one coming up the 21st. Don't forget the butter. I'm not going to be having one right away because I haven't had my dinner yet. I want to make sure I have my soup. And then I'll have a muffin. Lentils and rice soup and sweet potato muffins for today. I'm going to freeze some to take down to New Paltz next time we go visit Zare. The room was very cluttery, and I had all I could do to not clean it. Hi Denise, how are you? Sweet potatoes are yummy. 30 seconds. Stop the timer. And I'll put the other set in. But we're going to say goodbye once these come out of the oven. And let me take them out of the oven. I hope everybody has a great evening. We'll be doing more lives. That batter made 18 muffins. So let's do it for 20 minutes. And I'm going to show you what they look like close up, like I do in all my videos. They smell incredible. That is what they look like. My little toothpicks. Thank you, Denise. I have been on Facebook a lot today, Denise, but I did post some stuff. Then you can just take the muffin tin right out of it. And they're done. Just be careful, they're really hot. That is what they look like. So I might have the oven too hot because they're not really a dome shape, but they came out really good and they're nice and fluffy looking. And if you want, you can put a slice of bread over them and they won't get hard. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.